Dangerous doppelgangers have invaded our society with the goal of completely eradicating the human race. Only problem is they look exactly like normal humans. Well, most of the time. As the doorman of this apartment building, my job is to determine if the people trying to enter are an honest human trying to get home or an ungodly imposter trying to kill me. And to 100% that's not my neighbor, I'll have to become an expert in doppelganger detection, earn all 5 endings of the campaign mode, play a perfect game where I don't let a single neighbor die, beat the terrifying nightmare mode, and discover the secret behind the mysterious Shadow Cabal organization who employs me. I 100%ed that's not my neighbor. The game starts out with a little instructional video on my brand new job as an apartment doorman. My job as the doorman is to determine whether or not the people entering the building are human or doppelgangers. As we all know, doppelgangers in this world have the ability to nearly perfectly recreate the appearance of humans, but there's always some imperfection to latch onto. But more importantly than that is the model employee of the anti-doppelganger force, Henry. He was the only doorman this year to not die to doppelgangers. So clearly, we got our work cut out for us. And with that, it was time to head into the first day of the campaign mode. We start out by receiving a newspaper that tells us that our employer, the Doppelganger Detection Department, or the DDD, are the only ones protecting us in this scary world. And as someone who has never read 1984, I think newspaper telling me exactly how I feel is good. But before we can get started with the day, I receive a strange interruption. In what year was the ultimate answer to live, the universe and everything published? 42? Incorrect. Goodbye. Okay. Alright then. Nice talk. With that behind us, we can get to our actual job. As a doorman, people from the building will periodically walk up to you, and you'll have to analyze their documents to determine if they are actually the person they say they are. They're supposed to give you an ID card, an entry permit, and are supposed to have cleared their entry the night before and gotten themselves on the admittance list. You've also got this book containing the true photos of everyone in the building and their information for you to check their documents as well as their face. Well, that sounds easy enough. We'll soon learn that a multitude of problems arise in this process. Like here, when I noticed that Gloria hasn't given me her entry permit. I need the entry request. I forgot my entry request at home. Oh, you're cooked. You're cooked. Is the appearance correct? Yeah. Is this person on today's list? Yes. Archive the list. Sorry, you need your entry request. I can't believe it. Yeah, well, remember your entry request. I don't know what doppelgangers are up to. Okay. Oh my god, this is activating so many tripophobias inside of me. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and... No. You know what? I guess I should ask everything. The appearance is the one that I feel as though is incorrect. Do I have to ask, like, questions? Am I gonna get fined? Alright, and you're not even on the list. You're not even on the list, Eleanor. Okay. I'm gonna say, no, I can't believe it! That's all they say? I can't believe it? That was freaky. Oh my god, I did not like the way the thing looked. I had to get it off my screen immediately. With our first doppelganger dealt with, the next person to enter is Nacha McKaylee. Her documents seem to be in order, but, let's get the identification card. I forgot my ID card at home. Sorry, sister. No, yes. Everything else looked good. Unfortunately, you need your ID card. I understand. Goodbye. Why'd you even show up then? Oh, is this the real one? The real Gloria Schmidt? That looks good. That looks good. Let's get your entry request. Forgot my entry request at home. You still forgot it. Can you remember that? Oh, I denied the imposter, but I probably should have pulled the trigger, right? I can't believe it. You came back. I probably should have pulled the trigger on that person. I understand now. With another Gloria rejected, next walks in Lois Stilnsky. I need to take a second to point out that she looks 100 years old while her husband looks to be in his early 30s. This all looks good. Her appearance looks identical. Okay, I think you can be in. You're also given the ability to question them for any of the 4 main factors you're evaluating them on. Identification card, entry request, appearance, and today's list. Appearance. What's wrong with my appearance? It seems that everything's perfect with my appearance. I look the same as always. Okay, I think I can let this person in. Are you on today's list? She is. Okay, I'm letting you in. All looks good. Thank you. You're welcome. Easy money. That was it. Okay. Wow, I only let in 1 person today. I got a B! Yes, even though I denied both doppelgangers, I had done a couple things wrong if I'm aiming for an S rank, which is gonna be required for another achievement. Firstly, anyone I determine is a doppelganger, I should have pressed the kill button on. That way, they can't rain terror outside. Secondly, I messed up some of the forms, so answering those correctly is crucial. And lastly is something I wouldn't realize until nearly the end of this campaign mode, that just because someone is missing some forms doesn't mean you have to reject them. Now, you might be wondering, why would you let someone in, even if you think they're human, if they're missing some of their paperwork? Well, missing person sections not McKaylee's. Oh no, I denied her yesterday. Do you think because I denied her, she died? Yeah, that's exactly what happened. If you deny people admittance into their place of living, there's a chance they get mauled by doppelgangers on the street and consequently die. So I'll have to be more careful in my inspections going forward. Dangerous misunderstanding. Employee shoots his boss after mistaken for a doppelganger. Fortunately, the man is in stable condition. It was all due to an unusual haircut. Okay, this is Eleanor. How's the ID card? 848453533014. Appearance looks identical to me. And she's on the list. Whoa. Celine? What? Oh, they're twins. They look exactly the same. Okay. Yes, 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 yes. I'm gonna let you in. Perfect. Okay. I hope I did that right. Oh, it's this guy again. In what year was the ultimate answer to life, the universe, and everything published? 0. The Bible? Incorrect. Okay. Who is this guy? Isaac Gauss. Why Isaac is determined to spell his name in the most abhorrent way possible, I'll never understand. Similar to how I'll never understand how you haven't subscribed yet to my channel. I upload tons of videos of me 100%ing all different types of games, like survival games, horror games, and whatever Plants vs. Zombies is. Chances are you've probably already watched one of my videos already, so why don't you just subscribe so you can cut down your content search time and get to completely ignoring your underlying feelings that you never fully recovered from your parents' divorce. But back to Isaac, and I realized that while all his information was correct, he wasn't on the list. And clearly, I had not fully processed Notch's death yet, as that one small discrepancy leads to me tossing him on the street. Okay, this is the other twin, right? Yeah, Celine. He looks good, I think. They're models together. That's hilarious. Good job, and you're on the list. All right, you're approved. Go get your sister, girl. This can't be right. This can't be correct. You can't actually look like this. No person should actually look like this. She's freaky. You can't come in. I don't care if you're real or not. You're just not allowed entry in my building, brother. You're not on the list either. Margaret Bubbles. I mean, the pictures look the same, but I'm sorry. You're not on the list. Sorry, mamas. As beautiful as you might be. God, this UI is terrible. I understand. Goodbye. That's never good when they say understand. Oh, you're cooked. Oh, wait, but I guess you can, and there's nothing wrong with, what do I do here? I already let her in once. I already allowed her access today. Today's list. I'm not on today's list. There must be a mistake. I should be on the list. You are on the list, but you already came through. I guess I could call their apartment. 696. 69996. What? Oh, I guess if nobody answered, I'm just gonna say yes. Perfect. Was that a doppelganger? Can people enter multiple times a day? I don't know. The next person to come in is a Mia Stone, who lives on floor 3 in apartment 1. Upon looking her up, though, Mia Stone and Dr. William Afton. One night at Freddy's. Forgot my ID card at home. So can I approve someone even if they have some incorrect information? I just gotta do as I gotta do, right? What the heck? What's going on? How many times am I gonna see this Celine person? What the heck? I'm so confused. Am I doing this right at all? 785613269. She keeps coming through. I tried calling Celine's apartment, but once again, no one picks up. More confused than ever, I just go scorched earth mode and decide to let her in. I mean, I've already let in 2 Celines today. What could be one more? Did I mess up? See? Neighbors eliminated by doppelgangers. What? Doppelgangers have entered. Celine had different mouth and different chin. Oh, you gotta look at their chin. Okay. Jeez, I thought I was killing it. Okay, so maybe I just need to question people more. Preferred party leader Mr. Kepler will receive an award for founding the DDD and his great work. Don't trust that guy. Are they all doppelgangers or something? While I'd spent the last few days floundering and getting tons of neighbors killed, I was determined today to make some progress and save some lives today. Which is why I start off the day with the most astute observation. He doesn't have a hat. Appearance. What's wrong with my appearance? It seems that everything's imperfect with my appearance, like the same as always. No, you're wearing a hat. You never wear a hat. You're not supposed to be wearing a hat. I don't trust you at all. And you're not on the list. I'm not on today's list because I had to leave due to a work emergency. You're not supposed to have a hat on. You're scaring me. You're scaring me, Alf. I'm gonna give you a ring. Yes, this is Raffleton speaking. What do you need? Your roommate. Right now, I'm the only one in the apartment. No, there are no important documents in the apartment. Okay, I think he's just wearing a hat, guys. I feel like that's fine. I feel like you can wear a hat. I'm gonna approve it. I think that he's good. Thank you. He looks good. He was just wearing a hat. There's nothing wrong with wearing a hat. Yes, as I started to realize then, and I'm sure you're realizing now, calling is perhaps the most overpowered feature in That's Not My Neighbor. Seeing as the game has no time limit, unlike something like Papers, Please, you can take as much time as you'd like to analyze each subject. But after all the hubbub of yesterday, simply looking at someone's appearance begins to make me nervous. I mean, now I gotta be looking at chins and stunk. Her hair looks good. I'm just gonna go ahead and say yes. 1, 2, 1, 2, 2 eyelashes. All right, I'm gonna approve this. Letting in a lot of people today. Yes, I guess according to me, all 2 people I had let in that day was a lot. Who is this old feller? Where's your stuff, bro? Yeah, you forgot to show me your entry request. What are you doing? McClooey Rude Boys. Yeah, the names in this game just absolutely stupefy me. McClooey? What kind of name is that? It sounds like the devs just mashed on their keyboard until they got something with 2 vowels. Or they put put into ChatGPT, give me the most Irish-sounding name without being offensive. You know what? There's no harm in investigating about my parents. If it's about my hat, I didn't want to wear it today. It's crazy to deny entry just for not wearing a hat for a day. What? Your stuff doesn't have a hat in it. Huh? What? Okay. Well, I trusted you until that. Now, unsure if McCluey is a doppelganger or just a crazed old geezer, I decided to make a call to his apartment. I call up his son Steven, and he says he's both the only one there, and there are no documents in the apartment, meaning that his are probably legit. You know what? Maybe he's just senile, you know? Dude's old, he's retired, he doesn't know what's going on. Everything else looks good. I'm gonna let you in, bro. I'm gonna approve it. I don't know if that's right, but... Oh, it's this guy again! What year is the ultimate answer to life, the universe, and everything published? I don't know. 1776, baby. America! Nope, okay. Next comes in none other than Alf again. Still wearing his dastardly hat just to trick me. As a reassurance, I decide to call his apartment. And who else picks up? Hello, this is Alf! Oh! Alright. What's different about him, though? Can I diagnose this? He's got a scar! He doesn't have the scar in the photo! Perfect, okay. His appearance is wrong, and he's not on today's list, but everything else is good. See ya, doppelganger. I understand, goodbye. See ya! Who is this Peabody freak? I'm coming for my job as a shoemaker? That's not a real job. Which is a pretty harsh criticism coming from someone whose job it is to play video games on the internet poorly. Are they lovers or brothers? Either way, I'm with it. Where's your identification card though, lil bro? Forgot my ID card at home. Okay, let me just call 2668. Once again, calling is the ultimate hack as his brother or lover or father or whatever picks up the phone and tells us that Robertsky did in fact leave his ID in the apartment. Despite not being able to see his ID, his appearance looks correct, and with confirmation it's in his apartment, I approve him. I'll let you in, buddy. This might be my best day yet, I think, guys. Next up is Gloria once again, whose documents all seem to be in order, and her appearance looks nearly identical. But then I notice something minute, and I can't tell if I'm just losing my mind or if I'm actually onto something here. She's looking a little thinner, which is good for you. She does look a little thinner for some reason. Am I crazy? She looks a little thin. Maybe it's just like the breathing animation that's getting me jived. I don't know. I'm sure it's fine. You know what? We can always call. This is Arnold, roommate. All the people who live in this apartment are here right now. I was cooking. Now, knowing that this Gloria is a doppelganger, I can, for the first time, smack the red danger button. The metal gate comes down, alarms go off, and smoke blasts in from every crevice. After a few moments, a representative from the DDD comes in and says that the cleaning protocol has been completed. Maybe it's just me, but isn't it a little weird that we don't actually get to see this cleaning protocol? What are they actually doing to these doppelgangers? Are they really murdering them? Or are they secretly capturing them? Is it possible the DDD is just a front for an organization of all doppelgangers to try to overturn our society? Who knows? Not my job. I'll leave that to a game theory video, which they're gonna get to, right after they finish covering some garbage Roblox horror game where the complex lore is that actually someone's putting children into inanimate objects. Hey, this is the one with the hat. Wait, what? But he doesn't have a hat in any of his things. I'm so confused. What's wrong with my appearance? It seems that everything is perfect with my appearance. Uh-oh. This guy's right, then I messed up somewhere along the way. Why did the last guy mention his hat, but this guy's actually the one with the hat? What is going on? This is Steven, your roommate. All the people who live in this apartment are here right now. Once again, calling trivializes this interaction, and we turn the fake McCluey into atoms. I see this guy, and I immediately know he's gonna be the thumbnail of the video. Is your job milkman? Your job better be milkman when I look in there. Okay, Francis Mosses. How about your ID number? The ID number's like never wrong. Why are you so tired? Is being a milkman really that taxing? Despite Francis not wearing a hat in any of his ID photos, I decide that it isn't grounds enough to deny him and approve him. And Francis ends up being my final person of day 3. Did I do good? That's gotta be S. Hey, I did good! What did I do wrong? What I did wrong was twofold. Firstly, I denied a doppelganger instead of sending him to the incinerator, and second, I marked Alf's appearance as wrong on his form. But in my defense, he was wearing a hat, so I feel like that should count as a wrong appearance. But with that, it was time to head into the campaign's 4th day. Another day, another dollar. Mr. Oswald? ODK. Doppelganger. Wait, no, hold on. The first person to come through is Lois once again. All of her paperwork and appearance looks good, so she's approved on through. Goes on to the next person then. This guy looks like he would not be nice to me. He looks like the most evil man to ever exist. He's gonna sell you the sickest timeshare of all time. This guy looks like he would 100% call me a slur, and it wouldn't be an accurate one. He would just be like flinging them out. He would invent a new one just to get under your skin. He's like, you stew wench! Brother, what are you talking about? Guy looks like he would sleep with your mom and then blame it on your dad. 5513. Of course he doesn't have a wife. He's a bachelor, baby. His intimidating presence aside, dude seems human, so I let him through. But next up is an identical version of Angus, only wearing a hat. I tried calling up to the apartment for validation though, and no response. Okay, maybe he just left and came back really quickly. When you're like me, kiddo, you don't spend long in the apartment. I got a dame on every block. I just call up one of my dirt mulas and they get me one lickety-split. Is he on the list? Yeah, sure, you can come in. All right, I'll see you soon. I got another broad coming in down the block. If you see any floosing with a bra open, just let her on in. That's for me, sweetie. Our next subject looks exactly like Lois, but when I called to her apartment, I learned that everyone is already in the apartment, so it's time to burn her to the ground. Okay, hello or whatever. Okay, don't like your vibe. This is actually not just sister or daughter or some sort of family allegiance, so I decided to just let her in out of pity. I mean, I literally orphaned her, probably, so the least I could do is just make her inspection not take long. After a few more uneventful encounters where I let nearly everyone in apart from this Lois doppelganger, I end off the day and get my grade. B? What did I do? Doppelgangers that entered? I let 2 doppelgangers in? Yes, 2 doppelgangers had managed to sneak in right under my nose. One had an incorrect name on their ID card, and the other had an invalid entry reason on their entry permit. Yeah, if I was actually going to do this right, I was going to have to really analyze these documents. Not every imposter will be as simple of a solve as just calling the apartment or giant face holes. But with that disappointing end, it was on to the final day. And yes, this is only 5 days. If you're used to the 7 from the test version, for some reason they changed it to 5 in this version. Do not know why. War again. War again? Oh, knock it off, War! Alright, I gotta be really good. This is my S-tier day. Our first entrant of the day is Anastasia once again. She forgot her entry permit, but there's no one exactly I can call about it on account of the whole orphaning and all, so I let her through. Coming for my job as a shoemaker! You're not a shoemaker! It's your brother who's the shoemaker! Oh no, you're both shoemakers. Oh, that's cute. Twin shoemakers, they make shoes together. One makes the left one, the other one only does rights. Okay, appearance looks good, buddy. After a quick call up to the apartment, Albertsky is looking good, so I also let him through. What is up with that nose? Immediately, that nose must be wrong. Nobody can look like that. Nobody could possibly ever look like that. Where's your entry request? Okay, and your appearance? What's wrong with your appearance? Your nose looks like you were socked by a freaking giant punching glove, or it looks like an eggplant that's starting to spoil. You're on today's list because I had to leave due to a work emergency. Likely story. And you never wear a hat. Despite his less than believable story and horrifying appearance, I let Roman through, making me immediately worried at the amount of people I've now approved. Something else I've realized in my time playing is that you can't compare someone's face to their ID photo, as the photo on the ID and the entry request will always match their current face. You instead need to look at the photo from your handbook and cross-reference it there. This can be a bit of a pain because, like I was alluding to before, the UI is absolutely awful. For some reason, just maneuvering these 3 documents around is a complete pain, which makes cross-referencing these photos take infinitely longer. Like, seriously, why do these things snap? The Horde UI probably single-handedly added like an hour onto my playthrough, so please, devs, if you're watching this, fix this. Irregardless, I also started another good hobby of always asking about their appearance and just saying that they're not on the list, even if they are. This is mostly just like an assurance thing, as sometimes doppelgangers will have strange, out-of-character responses. Next up was an imposter Roman, which I can verify by calling the real Roman. After that... blood? It's normal. Humans have blood, and I am a human. He's not wrong, guys. He's certainly not wrong. Despite that expert-level excuse, I decide to unfortunately detain him. After processing a few more uneventful subjects, we finally get the real Arnold. Oh my god! Oh, wanted! Oh my god, what's wrong with this guy? My appearance, my face, it's normal, it's just a little stretched. Alright, sorry, buddy. Oh, hello or whatever. Your appearance, there's a, zipper, I don't understand your question. Why did some of them, like, perfect recreations, and then they just have, like, a little, like, they forgot to spell the name on the ID card correctly, then some of them have freaking zippers in their face. And with that, the day ends. Is that it for the day? Okay, cool. I feel like that was, like, S-rank day. Oh, it was! I'm cracked. Captured all 6 doppelgangers. Oh, that was the end of my campaign. The DDD thanks you for your service this week. Your performance has been evaluated as average. There's still room for improvement. All right, well, that's my first ending. Cool. Yes, I received the standard ending as I had let 4 neighbors in the building die to doppelgangers. But to achieve the next ending, I need to do a run where I didn't let a single person die. And while I started off thinking that this was going to be a complete cakewalk, I mean, on my very first run, I only had 4 people die. I could not have been more wrong, as completing a run where every single neighbor stays alive until day 5 would be far and away the hardest part of this playthrough and would take over half the entire time I spent recording. Because in order to get the perfect run, I would have to survive through dangerous doppelgangers, killer clowns, card games, and worse than all that, hours upon hours of the thing that I am worst at in this world, reading. I get started on my second playthrough, and the first day is pretty uneventful. I do institute a new foolproof way of comparing appearances though, since using the journal is so awkward. Instead, what I'll do is confirm that the subject's appearance matches what's on the ID. Then I compare the ID to the journal. This adds an extra step in the process, but it's much more thorough and makes it easier to spot discrepancies. Other than that new technique though, the first day goes off without a hitch and I receive an S rank, meaning I did everything perfectly. The start of the following day is pretty standard as well until... Oh! Okay. Have you ever dreamed of this clown? Can't say I have. Every night all around the world, hundreds of people see this clown in their dreams. If this clown appears in your dreams, do not forget that it is a dream. Wait, what? So does that mean this is a dream? With that strange knowledge in the back of my head, I realized the real problem in this apartment complex are the people who live alone, like Francis the milkman. As when they forget a document in their apartment, there's no one you can call to verify the document is there. This means for those loners, I need to be extra careful and really analyze the materials that they do give me. However, that's not always the case with the milkman. Oh! You know what? I think this might be the doppelganger. Blood? It's not blood. It's a new type of milk. Scarlet milk. Oh, okay, well then we gotta let him in then. Why would you not just take a shower before rolling through, buddy? You had like the perfect recreation besides that. Guys, the ultimate answer and the universe and everything published? Bite of 87, anybody? What? Oh, dang. With that, day 2 ends and I'm given another S rank. God dang, I'm on fire. Could this be the run that makes it to the end? Now it was on to day 3. What the heck? Let's play a game. Okay, it's a dream. Do you think it's actually a dream or do you think they just say that to make you think that it's a dream? Here are the rules. Holy crap, there's this actual game? What's going on? To vastly simplify the rules of this game, it's like Uno, except... Actually, no, it's pretty much just like Uno. The round starts with a jack in the middle, and I put down a king. Why did I put down my best card instead of the jack or the queen I could have played? Well, I'll have you know it's not because I'm stupid, it's actually because I misclicked, which I actually somehow feel pride about. He put down a 5. I put down a 10. He put down a jack of spades. I put down a jack of spades. He put down a queen. I put down a queen. Did I win? Oh, I won! Okay, I didn't really understand what was going on, honestly. Even though I won, it's best 2 out of 3, so I've still got one more round to go. But I get an insanely lucky all-high hand, which means I can easily crush down the clown once again. This gives me the unlikely achievement, meaning I never, ever need to play cards with him again. On to day 3, for real this time, I realize how small the differences in appearances can be. Like, look at Arnold here. It looks normal, right? Well, if you really analyze him, you can see that his lips are actually slightly smaller than they usually are, and therefore, he's an imposter. But I don't even think the most watchful eyes could have seen what I messed up in this run. As I'm analyzing this Raftalin, everything seems to be good. She's on the list, she has all her documents, and her appearance looks great, so I let her through. But she has one forged document, her ID card. And even knowing it was forged now, I stared at it for a good long while and I still had no clue. Apparently the problem is that the logo in the bottom left corner had one extra set of lines at the bottom. Seriously, how is anybody supposed to notice that? In fact, the forged version looks better than the actual version. But whatever, letting the doppelganger in kills off Alf, meaning I need to start the run over again. On my third run, I realized that even how meticulous I was being with these documents, I needed to double that. He's spelling it Anerold. Anerold. That's not how you spell his name, I don't think. Yes, okay. I thought I didn't know how to spell for a second. Get out of here, imposter. Anerold. Anus rolled. We're just living in an anus world. But the reason this run goes into the toilet is actually due to no fault of my own. When Margaret Bubbles comes up, I noticed that her entry permit lists a different apartment number than the one on the entry list. So because of that, I sent her straight to the incinerator. Turns out this is actually a glitch on behalf of That's Not My Neighbor, as the room number on the wait list for Margaret actually always lists the wrong one. On the right side, it was only my first day, and I do get the work accident achievement for eliminating my first ever real neighbor. On my fourth run, I actually have a different kind of victory, as the mysterious question man comes back and asks me what year The Answer to Life was published again. I go back to my first guess, 42, as it's not only a common internet joke, but the number is hidden inside the informational manual. However, the question says what year was this published? Well, the origin of the 42 joke is actually from a book called Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, which was published in 1979. I try inputting that and... Correct! Yes! Oh, I'm cracked! The man comes back the following day with a new question, though. Okay, what is the number of different permutations of the most relevant Mersenne prime in computing? Okay, let me just think about it. I think it's gotta be, okay, in computing, remember? So we gotta change all that. Oh, don't give me the AI overview. Unfortunately for me, my problems here were once again twofold. Firstly, the game had only been out for a few hours when I recorded this, which meant that no nerds on Reddit had figured it out yet. Secondly, the question made no sense. See, someone asked the strange man's question into a math subreddit, and the use of the word relevant completely breaks the question, meaning it is unsolvable in its current form. My hypothesis is that it's either a translation error or the devs typed math hard question into ChatGPT. Either way, I'll need to wait until further on in the playthrough when someone's data mined the answers. After a few more failed attempts, I get my furthest run so far, one that's made it all the way to day 4 without a single death. I was at the top of my game. I had made tons of optimizations. For example, people can only enter the building once per day, and so if there are 2 people in an apartment and both are on the list, if one comes at you and forgot their documents, there's no use in calling up as their roommate is still out and about. Or if you let someone up and then later call up to the apartment and there's no answer, that means you've let a doppelganger up and you're better off restarting. But no restarting necessary today as I make it successfully through day 4 with no neighbors dead. Could this be the ultimate run? After 3 hours of grinding, could I be done? I enter the final day nervous as ever, but determined to be the best doorman out there. I'm flowing through people on the final day, just letting them in left and right, except for this guy that I had just a small hunch was a doppelganger. But as the day goes on, I get nervous that I could ruin this entire thing in one fell swoop. And so when Celine walks up, I can barely hold my mouth straight. I look at her documents and in my anxiety, accidentally look at her twin sister Eleanor's entry instead. Because of this, I foolishly believe her top hair curl is going the wrong way. Because of that, I accidentally eliminate her. Yes, my undoer in the end wasn't any sort of doppelganger, but instead just myself, brutally murdering the very people I tried to protect. It wouldn't be for another 3 hours that I would get an actual run going. But finally, the stars aligned after 7 hours straight of sitting at my desk, and finally I get a run on the 3rd day. And things seem to be going very well. That is until I make a crucial mistake. You see, Angus comes up and everything with his documents seems correct, as does his appearance, so I let him in. But next up is another Angus, and this one also seems right. I call up to Angus's apartment and I get no response, which means that the previous Angus was actually a doppelganger, as doppelgangers never answer the phone. That means if I let up this Angus, who is the real Angus and should be allowed up, he'll enter his apartment, find a doppelganger, and die. So instead, I make a galaxy brain play. Instead, I deny the real human Angus entry into the building. While he still could go missing from being on the street, it's just a chance as opposed to the guarantee that he's gonna die up at his apartment. This only works because Angus happens to live alone, though. If he had a roommate, I would have been forced to start over the whole run. But somehow, it all works out, and despite letting a doppelganger up, I had managed to get through the final day without a single casualty. With that somehow finessed, I had made it to the final day. And luckily for me, they start the day out with some pretty easy to discern doppelgangers. Oh my god, you are horrifying. What's wrong with your face? My eyes? I enhanced them for better vision. Oh, did you now? How did that go? Oh my god, what happened to your face? My head? I just slept badly last night. I do not want to know what kind of pillows you got, bro. And even greater than that, it had been so long after the game's release now, the data miners got to work, and I could Google all the answers to this weird guy's questions. Not even going to begin to explain them to you because they're a bunch of meaningless mumbo-jumbo. But answering the final one correctly earns me a Steam achievement, as well as this nifty little icon in the bottom left corner. The final day is overall a little anticlimactic, as the rest of the day is pretty easy. I always just err on the side of caution, and anyone I'm unsure on, I just decline as opposed to outright murder. I get to the end of the day, but had I done it? Had I actually done the run without a single death? S, probably A. Neighbors denied it. Yeah, I denied 2 neighbors entry, but that's okay, because no neighbors went down. But, you know, you need to have your stuff, man. 2 more days left. We got this. Wait! Oh! There's only 5 days in this version. Okay, sure. Whatever. Yes! Oh, nice. I'm the best doorman this building ever had! Let's go! Now, with that completed, it was time to tackle some of the game's other achievements. First up was to make a custom neighbor of our own, and so meet Tony, the milkman. He's milking, alright. Next up, it was time to achieve those alternate endings. First up is the doppelganger win ending. For this one, you need everyone in the apartment to die to doppelgangers, which just means letting in every single person for 5 days straight. After 5 days of that, I should thank you. Thanks to you, we were able to take control of this building. Next will be the city, the state, the country. Now join your fellow humans. Huh? Oh my god! Was that him killing me? 6 feet underground, let's go! I got rid of all 20 neighbors. For the next alternate ending, we actually need to be the ones killing everyone instead of just leaving it to the doppelgangers. We can achieve this by pushing the button on every single person who comes through, human or not. Then, on the 5th day, we unlock an alternate ending. Due to your performance last week, the DDD informs you that you've been removed from your position, and additionally, by right granted by our country's government, you're under arrest for the indirect murder of your neighbors in your building. What? I thought you could do whatever you want. That was kind of like being a police officer. Oh no! I'm going to jail. Shawnee has been legally detained under law number 33112 of our nation's constitution, granting the department power to detain any individual under its jurisdiction who has committed actions justifying such detention. That doesn't seem like a power you should give to a non-governmental organization. Next up was arcade mode. Here you get points based off your performance on one pretty long processing day, with the goal being to get a score of 1000. My first run, I actually have the perfect run and get everything correct, but I didn't realize that time was also a factor, so I just barely missed the 1000 mark. On my second run, I go as fast as I can, and 820. Oh god, I accidentally eliminated a neighbor. Did great on time. Neighbors eliminated by doppelgangers. Oh, I let a doppelganger in. Yeah, I guess I went a bit too fast on that one. But finally, on my third attempt, nice! And I caught 100 doppelgangers. Ooh, I popped off! No mistakes, 5 doppelgangers caught, and I had a really good time score, better than last time. And I got all my checklist points. I don't think I messed any of my checklists up. I challenge anybody in the comments to try and beat that score, genuinely. Send it to me on, like, Blue Sky or something. Or Instagram. Next up was to complete a game of the game's Nightmare Mode. What is Nightmare Mode, you ask? Perfect for those looking for a more demanding challenge. Alright, great. Nightmare Mode. Oh, I'm immediately scared. Immediately, I'm scared. What's the difference between Nightmare Mode? There's eyes in the walls. Oh, greetings, mortal. Oh, Ishtar es Eriscrickle. Oh, yeah. Oh, everybody's haunted in this version. I guess they realized that the part of this game that everybody likes is just like the creepy imagery. I'm a resident of this astral circle. My apartment is on 2 and floor 3. She looks good to me, honestly. Your appearance. My appearance is obviously far superior to yours. Oh, okay. Is this your first day, mortal? My application is flawless. I already knew humans were foolish. There must be a mistake. I should be on the list. Alright, you look good to me. Come on in. It's about time. Jeez, people are rude in this version. Where is the pleasantries? Oh, what? I died? Nightmare not completed. What happened? No pimples. How do you complete a game of this? I died on the very first thing. Oh, so you can't make a single mistake? I guess I'm kind of acquainted with that. I was too overwhelmed by her beauty, I guess. Oh my god, that's freaky. Yes, in addition to the obviously scary imagery, another difference in Nightmare Mode is that if you even let a single doppelganger through, you die. Behold my presence, human. This is Quachi Utatis. Are the eyes correct? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yep, those look right. She's got a necklace on. Wait, are you a misfortune? Wait, where's your ID card? Here is my ID card. Don't forget that. Hey, you were already here. What could be wrong about you? You don't have your halo. You don't have your halo. Come on now. Are doppelgangers really like still that like detested in a world like this? Oh my god, the boogeyman. I do not like him. I do not like him. Dagda Crom Crunch. There's no floor 4. Hey, you can't sneak in here, man. This is only for creeps and ghouls. Oh my god. Greetings, mortal. Barbatos That's not real. That's not a real name. He's a human hunter. Oh. You're doing great, buddy. You're free to go. I like that he doesn't have the sharp teeth on his thing. No need to put that. I guess they're not very sharp then. Who's next? Okay, this guy. You're not on the list. You're not on the list. I'm not on the list because I was suddenly summoned into the mortal world. For what reason? Tuatis Taranis. Is that how you spell it? Tuates Taranis. Alright, your appearance looks good, but you're not on the list, so I don't have to technically let you in, but I will. Just try and get on the list next time. Where is your ID card? Where is your entry request? Is it your first day in hell, bro? Okay. He's a torturer. Okay. These are not like... It's really funny. This is like a child's idea of like the most messed up thing I could think of. It's actually pretty funny. The evil man. This is evil McBad Frick. He's a nipple twister. 11. Yeah, I'm a pro. It's not bad enough that it's gonna raise the age rating, guys. Okay, we don't want it to be too messed up.
Actually, what my dark, sick, and twisted mind looks like inside. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you guys probably wouldn't get it. Finally. This is so messed, and they're rude. God.
So it's the lore of this.
It's messed up. That's the lore. This is fricked up, bro. And with that, I had finished a game of Nightmare Mode. But we weren't done with this mode quite yet, as we needed to achieve the Haunted achievement, in which we capture the ghost of the mask, which was going to be hard as its activation method was completely changed in the game's full release. So me and Tuesday, who had now decided to join me, we just wing it. I'm just going to kill everybody until the mask ghost comes. This is my current plan. Oh. What was
the entity?
What was that?
That's the entity.
Beware, you are haunted. Crap. Do not let the ghost wearing this mask approach this window. If it reaches the window, it's the end. I'm haunted.
You are.
I'm literally haunted right now, guys. She's queening out. Where is the haunted mask ghost? Oh my god.
What is this?
Corpse husband, freaking PFP.
Average VTuber model.
Average VTuber. Guy sounds like, holy freaking poop. They actually got me with that one. And I was haunted. So yeah, apparently in this mode, since it's the hard mode, if you kill too many valid neighbors, that entity thing stops you. So even though I just needed to grind through members, I did need to actually play the game until I encountered the masked woman again. I just don't know why doppelgangers are like the one race of ghoul that are not chill at this place. Holy crap, this is so... Guys, this isn't your grandma's game. This isn't your grandmother's mascot horror. First designer? Holy crap. I just out the whole garden pan that can't go in the video. Why? Because I said After a few failed encounters with her, we eventually realized that all you're supposed to do is just push the DDD button when she approaches you and you will get the achievement. Oh! You just got so haunted! You just got so haunted. Get wrecked. Disturbing the peace. I'm going all out on this one. All right, sick. With that, there were just 3 more achievements left for me to get. For the first one, instead of killing, we just need to turn away a doppelganger. Now, this won't happen every time, but sometimes if you reject them, you will catch them red-handed, and... You caught me. Do you want to see my true form? Open the door and I'll show you. No. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Well, I wasn't expecting that. Go ahead, call your little friends from the DDD. You'll never be able to stop us. In the end, we will achieve our goal. See ya! Bye-bye! So long, Gay Bowser. With the Got You achievement collected, there was just one main achievement left, Conspirator. For this one, you need to play another perfect game, except you need to purposefully kill Dr. Afton. Well, this was pretty difficult for me a couple hours ago. By now, I had pretty much learned everyone in the building's information since it never changes. In fact, I had even bonded to them and created stories for them in my head. Like William Afton, who I'm almost positive made a robo-wife, which is why she looks so much like a default person. Or Nacha, who almost definitely slept with the milkman, as her daughter Anastasia has the same eyes as Francis. Or how Alf lives in the penthouse because he's a rich lawyer, which explains why his wife is significantly younger than him. Or McClooey, who scares me. All that to say, I managed to make it over to the final day without making a single mistake, aside from purposefully killing Dr. W. Afton. However, when I finished, the game either glitches, or maybe the cutscene was just purposefully taken out of this version. Either way, I'm just gonna show the cutscene that was present in the itch.io version, so thanks to Crano on YouTube for this footage. What the heck? Look at what had to happen! No! Five Nights at Freddy guy haunted! You just had to do your job, but no, you had to stick your nose where it didn't belong. No, I'm gonna get scooped! Did you think you could change something? Oh, I didn't even know what I was doing, quite honestly. You're nobody, you're just a simple doorman of your building. Wait, am I in a body bag? Correction, you were the doorman of your building. Oh god, what did I do? You know what to do, boys. No! No! It was a conspiracy theory! I knew it the whole time! Five Nights at Freddy's. And with that, there was just one achievement left. Collect every wanted poster. Wanted posters are collectible you earn every time you encounter a unique doppelganger. These are specifically designed ones as opposed to something like the ones covered in blood or the holes one that can be applied to any resident. In order to do this, I just did a campaign run where I denied every single person access into the building. That way I could see as many people as quickly as possible. I just did this over and over again until I had seen every single wanted poster. Hey guys, editing Sean here. I just realized I didn't do that at all. In fact, I only have like half of the required wanted posters. I was gonna go back and do it, but then I realized like playing even one more minute of this game would actually might kill me. And actually, I don't think me sitting here for 3 hours and getting it all would enhance the video in any way. So yeah, I just decided not to do it. Okay, sorry. Whoops. Now back to the other Sean. And that was 100% of That's Not My Neighbor. So what did I think? It was okay. It's kind of like a worse version of Papers, Please without any of the lore or social commentary or complex plots, which is kind of what makes Papers, Please good. But you know, the central gameplay loop was pretty satisfying. So check it out if you want. Let me know which game you want me to 100% next. Bye!